Mr. Girl is too optimistic about technological capacities. What are you talking about? You think it's too optimistic? Which part was too optimistic? You don't think an AI that records everything you do and say can figure out if you're in the process of committing a crime or planning a crime? Like, I feel like just with a microphone and a heart monitor, you could figure out. Like, the AI is going to be smarter than you. Like, much smarter than all of us. So you're telling me if you had real-time access to, let's say, a drone flying over someone's shoulder, everything that they write on their computer, text, everything, heart monitor, body temperature, all this information, and recording everything they do and say, you're telling me you don't think you'd be able to be like, oh, I think this guy's about to assault somebody? Like, with a very high degree of accuracy? And then, like, once we have the Neuralink, you tell me if you can read their thoughts and their feeling, you wouldn't be able to predict. I don't know what part you think is too optimistic. Hello, Smith.
Hello, Max. All right. I wasn't going to call in, but I have something I think I can talk to you about.
Okay.
Okay. Earlier today, I was thinking about foxes in Skyrim and my experience with women and foxes in Skyrim. It's not just Skyrim, it's other video games. It's always foxes.
Okay.
Okay. So it's always I've experienced this many times in real life and watching like a stream on the internet. A woman will be playing Skyrim or another video game, and she'll see a fox and she'll be like, "Oh my god, it's a fox!" And then the idea of killing that fox will be like a horrific thing. Like, I would never kill that fox. And like a woman, like this is now like it's not, that's the commonality. And I would argue that most of the time they would rather kill an elephant than a fox. And this just offends me. I just find this offensive. It just bothers me. I hate it. For multiple reasons, because I think that foxes are not the cute animals that people think that they are. For one, they're annoying, like filthy, gross animals that are like vicious. Their capacity to have like a bond with a human being is very low compared to other animals. Like people that like take care of foxes, the connection you have is very low. But people see them as like something, and so that I just hate that. And on top of that, it's not even a real fox. And I feel like you don't, if you have that reaction to the foxes in Skyrim, I don't believe you. I think you're faking it. I think that this is just an act. I don't actually believe you. And so in this type of situation, I get this great need to sink my teeth in.
Go on.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to latch on. Okay, so I need you to, I'm going to like force you. So you're the woman. I want to force you to prove to me that you believe you actually care about these foxes. I don't believe that you care about these foxes. You fucking prove it to me. I don't believe you. Like, and like, I will beat it out of you, or if I can't beat it out of you, I'll crush it. I'll be like, no, foxes are not this cute thing, you know, like, this is not a good habit, but I think that you do this too, with the atheism stuff. And you crush it's a spiritual connection to foxes, or it's it's someone's like soul obsession, and you'll latch onto that too, and you'll beat it out of them. And I see that in you, and I've been realizing this about myself and how that's a bad habit. Maybe I do it in ways, maybe there's healthy avenues for this and unhealthy avenues, but I can't tell a difference. But I think you do that. What do you think?
About whether I do that?
That's one part of it. Yes. Do you think you do that?
Yeah, I think it makes me lonely thinking that I have to die by myself in the tube at the bottom of the ocean while everybody else thinks that
The foxes
we're
are
going to
cute.
be, yeah, that we're going to be rescued, or that they have a, well, also I think streamers are particularly prone to faking emotional connection. A lot
Yeah.
of them seem very sociopathic, and they, like, I was watching that Pokimane clip. Did you see the Pokimane clip of her saying she doesn't need the money to stream on Kick?
No, but I'm like simulating it now in my mind.
Someone's like, "Are you jealous?" I think someone's like, "Are you jealous about the $100 million that XQC got?" And she's like, "No, no."
Oh,
And I'm like, "How?" Like, yeah, I'm like, "How are so many people watching this and convinced?" But it just feels very weird. It just feels like a bunch of autistic people watching a sociopath pretend to have feelings, and they like can't tell. Like, the audience must be just like super socially in uh illiterate to like not understand when the streamer is masking like really poorly an emotion. And so I feel like that might be happening with the Fox thing.
That is definitely like, it's not that women are sociopaths, but it's like a lot of times women are not as interested in video games as dudes. And so you'll show a girl a video game and then she's like, "Oh, a fox," because she doesn't give a fuck about the video game. And I'm like, just tell me you don't give a fuck about the video game. Don't play this game about this fox with me, you know?
Yeah.
And I will crush it. But sometimes people actually do care about the fox. And so I latch my teeth in and I have to beat it out of them to believe them that they actually care about the fox.
You believe it with like a dog or a horse though?
There's two separate things going on here. It's the performative aspect, but also the superficiality of being attached to foxes in the first place is just, to me, I don't know. Maybe what do you think about that?
There might be a class issue here.
Okay.
I don't know your upbringing, but from the way you're talking about foxes, it sounds like you've had to interact with foxes.
Yeah, one time.
Okay. I feel like a lot of people, their only knowledge of foxes is from like cartoons.
Okay, that's actually not exactly it. I interacted with one
Okay.
fox one time when I was little, but I didn't even see it. But my mom made me. It came up next to me, I'm told, and she made me like go inside. And she just told this story today. But the thing is, I thought foxes seemed kind of cute for a while, and then I did research because I just will research animals.
So you thought so you were one of these girls. You thought foxes were cute.
Yeah.
Your mom told you that they're not cute, and now you
No.
wanna
My mom. It wasn't my mom.
strangle.
It wasn't my mom. I was just
Oh, your mom
intellectually.
told this story.
No, it has nothing to do with that story. I was just intellectually
say
curious. It has nothing to do with that story. I was just intellectually curious about foxes, so I did some research. So I was like, what are foxes like? What is it like when a human is interacting with a fox?
Okay, but you did just tell a story where you tried to make friends with a fox, and your mom.
No,
told
I
you that you
didn't.
couldn't.
No. I was outside playing, and then my mom said, "Get inside, get inside." And then when we were inside, she said that a fox came up next to me, and I didn't see it, and I never. So it's more of her experience with the fox.
You had a pet fox, and your mom killed it.
No, I don't remember anything about. I really don't think that had an impact on me. After that story, I
Okay.
still, I just became into
You still
Yeah,
thought
but,
they were
like,
cute.
through Skyrim and shit.
But
I
still,
thought,
okay, but so whatever. Your mom told you a story of a time she rescued you from a fox.
sure.
Well, it's just, I mean, you fucking told the story, and then when I mention it, you're like, Max, why would you bring that up? This is completely
Well,
irrelevant.
Well, you asked
You
me
just
when
told the
I've
story.
you asked me when I've interacted with foxes, and I had, but it wasn't. The
I
reason,
didn't ask. Well, I wasn't really asking you that. I was just telling you that like most people don't have a conception of what an actual fox is like.
right? But that's what I'm saying. I was just intellectually curious about foxes because I liked them. So I did some
Yeah.
research on them. And so if you like foxes, but your idea of what a fox is just like,
Wrong.
wrong, then I hate that. Like usually people that have pet snakes, like people that are obsessive about reptiles, they not all of them, but most of them have like a realistic idea of what the reptiles are. Like they know like the snake doesn't love me, you know, like
Right.
they understand like, but they still love their snakes, and I like that. That's fine. But if they have like,
Yeah.
oh, a snake is like my familiar, it's the same as a dog or something. It's like, no, the snake
Yeah.
is, it's not that. If you love snakes, you would know that. Like, how can you even take care of a snake without understanding snakes? They don't have social lives like a mammal. They don't even experience that kind of emotion.
Okay. So what are we
Anyway,
saying here?
okay, so
Women.
I'm all of this to say, because there's two different elements. There's the performative element where I'm trying to break through the performance of pretending that you like foxes.
Yeah.
And then there's also the layer of me wanting to, like, oh well, I had an interest in foxes too, and actually they're kind of filthy and they're nasty and they're like annoying creatures, and in two ways I'm trying to like crush whatever you're giving me and like destroy it, turn it into dust, and throw it back at you. But sometimes, like, that doesn't turn out well all the time. Like, is that maybe I don't think that's okay to do all the time. I'm not sure about that.
Like when I try to ruin your porn.
Um,
Like, are you just talking about ruining
Mm.
things for other people in general?
yeah, yes. Especially in the case where if I don't believe them that they're honest about what they're putting forward, that's one thing. But then when I get to the point where I do believe them and then I keep going. I believe you think this. I believe you feel this way, and I'm still going to keep crushing you. Now it's like, maybe that's not humane. Is it different when it's foxes versus uh, crushing yourself in a tube in the bottom of the ocean, like existential dread? Is it different?
I can't deny there's a selfish motivation for me wanting to do that. When I started dating Shaylin, I was like, you can't believe in spirits. You're not like allowed to.
Mm-hmm.
If we're gonna have a long-term relationship, I can't spend my life with somebody who doesn't know that they're gonna die. She wasn't saying she specifically did, but I was just like, this is like, I think this is a deal breaker for me. Of like, I just don't want to grow old and like get cancer next to somebody who just thinks that like, yeah, they're gonna go to paradise or something, or like we don't know.
Mm-hmm. But you've made peace with that?
I mean, I don't know. I look at the lives of religious people and I'm like, it doesn't seem better. So that's it. Just seems shit. It seems like they know and they're just pretending they don't.
Right. That's the same as what I was saying. There's two layers, but some of them actually do believe it.
I think I don't believe that anyone is religious.
That's how I feel, but then people convince me.
Except like except like nuns. People who devote their lives to God, then I'm like, maybe you believe it. But everybody else, I'm like, you just act the same as somebody who doesn't believe in God at all. What outward indication is there that you believe in God other than you saying it? Which you have to say. Like, do religious people actually do anything they don't have to do
I think that
to show their religion? It seems rare.
I think that some people organize their brains in different ways and have different values. Would you crush a nun's belief?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I would tear it all down. If I could push a button to make everybody stop believing in God at the same time, I'd push it.
I think that, I mean, I definitely would, but also I'm conflicted that I would.
Yeah.
So I want to like have like I don't know. I guess you have. It's interesting. I'm trying to. I want to work on this in myself. I need to find a way to, like, have another layer of protection for other people around me.
Yeah. I feel like that's part of my job is to like try to get people to snap out of it, out of everything, you know?
Yeah. Well, another factor to this is just the internet and streaming and content in itself. There's a lot of reward to doing that kind of thing. So, do you even know that that's what you want, or did you train yourself to want that?
I think I was never raised to believe in Santa Claus. I've always done this. I've always like been like this. Like I like tell my classmates about sex and stuff. In like
I did that.
third, fourth, fifth. Yeah, I was like I always wanted to be like, let me tell you how it fucking really is. So I don't think that had anything to do with the internet for me.
I remember telling a kid whose mom was very religious what porn was, and I was like, wait, I'm actually afraid that I just did this. So I was like, wait, hold on, no, actually, porn is it's a different species of corn. And I took it back, and I told him something stupid, so I wouldn't be in trouble.
Different species of corn.
Yeah, it's corn that's made for popping.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. All right. Does being like that I think being like that will make me more lonely in the long run.
Maybe.
That's what it is. Like,
Unless
I
you
don't
find other people like that, then it might not.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, will you talk to chat for a minute?
Sure. Let me pop it up.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay. All right, I have my own chat too. Well, I'm gonna look at my chat. My chat. In my chat, I got someone says, "This Smeth is bubbling. Oh no, I will fight you. Tread lightly." Uh-oh, I stomped on inks, snakes. Let's check this other chat. What do we got going on here? This creamed corn tastes like creamed crap. Yeah. He didn't even point the fucking TV at you. So I'm just kind of looking at you from the side. So you guys have to say something interesting in chat.
Everything all right?
Yeah, someone had a really interesting point about creamed corn. This creamed corn tastes like creamed crap.
Oh, that is interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Is there any final thing you want to say?
Nope, that's it. That's it.
All right, man.
All right. Nice talking to you.
You too.
Okay. Thanks for watching. It's too late. It's too late tonight. It's too late for you to be snorting some crystal smeth. It's time to wind down. So instead, you should take a nice dose of smethadone and go to bed. Good night.